Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, the 13th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 285. Page 285, and today is our lesson number 150. Problem number 116 is what we're going to do. Problem number 116. Let's see what they tell us. It says, on a company-sponsored cruise, 2/3 of the passengers were company employees. All right. 2/3 were employees. That's good to know. That implies that 1/3 were guests. So let's make a note here. So we have total here. Here are the employees. Here are the guests. And that is 2/3. This is 1/3. So far so good. And then they go on to tell us that the remaining were the guests, and then they go on to tell us that 3/4 of the company employees were managers. Alright, so 3/4 of the employees. So also they tell us that 3/4 of the employees were managers. Alright, so far so good. So let's make a note here. 3/4 are managers and 1/4 are not. The question is, how many are these? The question is very simple, very straightforward question. The question is, how many of the company's employees that went on the cruise were non-manager employees? Employees who are not in the capacity of management. That's all there is. Let's see what they tell us. So how many company employees were non-managers? Right here. How many were non-managers? Let's see what they tell us. How many company employees were non-managers? Or as we put it a little while ago, not in the capacity of management. Let's see what they tell us. In the first statement, they tell us that there were together 690 passengers. I should not have taken up all these rooms so lavishly, so free-handedly, because now I have no room to work with. I'm going to erase all of this thing. That's it. Now we understand what is given to us. Let's erase all of this thing. Let's work on the first statement. Let's work on here. In the first statement, they tell us that the total is 690. There are total 690 passengers. And since we are told that the employees are 2/3 of 690, well, if you divide 690 by 3, 6 has 2 3s, 9 has 3 3s, so it's 230 times 6, which is 460. 460 employees. 460 employees out of a total of 690. So far so good. We also know that out of this 460, we also know that 1/4 are not managers. So this is a very straightforward thing. We don't actually have to do this thing in a real exam. We just have to be able to see that it is doable. We can very easily figure out how many people on the cruise are company employees and yet not management, which is going to be 1/4 of this amount. 1/4 of 460 are not management. These are company employees but not in the management. That's it, whatever that is. So the first statement by itself is enough. First statement by itself is enough. Because of the fact that the first statement by itself is enough, A, D, B, C, E. A, D, B, C, E. Because the first statement by itself does work, answer cannot be B, C, or E. It would have to be either A or D. Just out of curiosity, let's find out how many people there are, because we've gotten this far. Only takes a few seconds. 4 divided by 4 is 1. How many 4s in a 6? 6 has only 1 4. The remaining 2 goes and joins this guy, becomes 20, and 20 has 5 4s. So 115. Turns out there are 115 non-management employees on the cruise. Let's look at second statement, shall we? Let's see if second statement is any good. In the second statement, they tell us that 230 were guests. 230 were guests, but we know that the guest represents a third of the total. So that implies that 3 times 230 must be the total, which is exactly the quantity, that they gave us in the first statement. And we just found out a second ago that the first statement by itself was enough. In the first statement, they tell us that there were 690 total people on the cruise. And knowing that there were 690 total people on the cruise was enough for us to figure out how many of those 690s were non-management employees. This is the same information. So if the first statement by itself was enough, so is the second one. There is no reason, because we arrive at the same information, 690 total. And because second statement by itself is also enough, because it's the identical information, therefore the answer is D. Each statement by itself does the job. The answer is D. Alright? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.